Now in this class, we will learn about some more methods of array. So for that, we will create another index file, suppose index5.js. First of all, we'll link that to our index.html page. Now what we'll learn here is we'll learn about map function, map method, filter method. Okay, so these two methods are commonly used. Okay, so first we'll learn about what is map method. Map method, what it does is, if suppose here I will take an array, okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, so what it does is, suppose we want to perform some function, okay, some like in every element, okay, onto every element we want to perform a function onto every element. So what it does is, it loops through all the elements and perform the function. Like suppose like you want to add something, suppose you want to add 2 to this first one, this 2 to 2 means it will loop through all the array elements and add two individual array element. Okay, so how can we do that? Okay, so we have taken an array. Now we will apply, we'll take like another, suppose we'll use numbers here, and we will apply num dot map method. Okay, so here you can see a map method is coming, so we'll apply a function over here. You can write any name. My function I will take, so I've taken my function. Okay, so we will perform some function, perform some code inside this function. Okay, so here what we'll do is we will multiply by 2 onto our every element. Okay, so we'll just, what it will take is, in this parameter over here, in this argument, my function will take a value, means individual value. Like suppose here we'll take an individual number over here. Okay, suppose number. Okay, this individual number will loop through every array element, means the number is 1, then it will go 2, then it will change to 3, then it will change to 4, means this number will loop on to every array element. Okay, so what we'll do is, we'll just return the number and multiply it by 2. Okay, that's it. Okay, we just have to write this line of code over here, okay, to loop onto this array element and perform some function. Okay, so let's save it. Okay, so we have to target that paragraph here, so we'll target that paragraph over here, para over here dot inner html. Okay, now what we'll do is, we'll take this numbers over here. Okay, so you can also do performs this function onto this here. Okay, here you can perform this whole task. Okay, but I've taken a variable in which I've saved the result, then I'm outputting the result. Okay, so you can do it in either way. So we'll save it, we'll refresh the page. So here we are getting 2468. Okay, but our array was 1 2 3 4. So what it is doing is, it multiplies the number by 2. Okay, it multiplies all the numbers by 2. Okay, so what it is doing here, so like first we are taking an array, okay, and we are applying a map method to that array. Okay, and now we are performing some function over here. We have given this function over here, and inside that function what we are doing is we are looping through every array element and multiplying every element by 2. Okay, this argument over here, this number, is referring to the individual array element. Okay, that is, first it will go to, like we are like using for loop. Okay, so it is same as the for loop. Okay, in for loop we have to mention I equals to 0, I should be less than. Here we don't have to mention like that. Okay, we just have to take a variable. Okay, suppose take a value which will loop through every array element. Okay, so this number will loop through every array element and it will multiply, it will be multiplied by 2 and will output the result. Okay, in this paragraph over here. Okay, suppose let us take one more example. Suppose like num1 equals to, suppose I'll take any 7 8. Okay, sorry, so I'm taking 2 4 5 6 7 8. So now what we'll do is we can take any name you want. Okay, so you can take any name you want. I've taken number so that I can, like here the total is numbers. Okay, so this is numbers, so I've taken a number, individual number. Okay, so you can use any variable over here, any argument over here. Okay, for understanding I've taken number. Okay, so what we'll do here is we will add 2 to every number over here. Okay, in the inside this array we will add 2 into every array element. Okay, suppose first I will add 2 to this element, then I will add 2 to this element, and so on. Okay, now let's check what is the result. Let's refresh. Now it is coming 3 4 5 6. Okay, so just a minute. Here we are performing. Okay, so here we haven't changed it. Now I'll save it. Okay, so it is coming 4 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so 2 is added to every array element. Okay, so in this way you can use the map method. Okay, so I will show you with the help of arrow function how you can use this map method. Okay, here I will comment out this and I will show the same thing with the help of an arrow function. Okay, so I will loop through this num1 array element, will use map. Okay, so like recall when I've said an arrow function, so how an arrow function starts. Okay, so an empty parenthesis, then an arrow sign, and then a curly brace. Okay, so this is the syntax of an arrow function over here. Okay, sorry, this is the syntax of an arrow function. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are just returning the value. Okay, so here we are taking the number. Okay, means the individual value. So here we'll take the number and here we'll just return the number and we'll multiply it by 4, suppose. Okay, so we are just multiplying this array to 4, means this we are multiplying the elements of the array to 4. Okay, so we'll save it and let's refresh it. So 8 16 20, so we have multiplied every array element to this 4. Okay, now we can also make it shorter. Okay, so remember in the previous class what I have told you is when we have like one, like inside the function when we have one line of code, you can omit this return keyword here. Okay, we will just omit this. Okay, and we can remove this curly brace here. Okay, now like this. Okay, so like this. So we can also remove this parenthesis here. Okay, so like this. So you can see this line of code can do all the tasks that we are doing in these long lines. Okay, 3 lines. Okay, so it is taking a like small amount of code to write this map method. Okay, so let's see it is giving the same result or not. Okay, we'll see. Refresh. So it is giving us the same output. Okay, so you can use this approach also, you can use this approach also, or you can use the arrow function with return method approach also. Okay, so you can use either of the 3 approaches. Okay, now we'll know about filter method. Okay, what is a filter method? So it is kind of similar to map method, but what it does is it applies to particular condition. Okay, suppose we provide some condition and it will check that condition onto this array element. Okay, we'll provide some condition and it will check the condition into this array element. If suppose these two satisfies the condition, so it will return these two elements over there. Okay, so let's see. We will first comment out this over here and we'll take same this array. Okay, so what I will do here is we'll use another, suppose numbers, and we'll use num1 means this array, and we'll use filter method. Okay, so we are using filter method. So I'm using an old approach, my function. Okay, we are taking this old approach over here. Okay, first we'll use that approach, then we'll come to our new approach. Okay, so we are taking a function over here and now we'll perform that function. So now we'll perform some function, some block of code. Okay, so what I will do here is I will provide some condition. Okay, so it will return that particular element satisfying the condition. Okay, suppose what I will do here is I will return here, I will take an argument that will be looped into this array element. Okay, so I will take number over here, any argument you can take. Okay, any name you can take. So I will take number should be less than 5. Okay, so what it is telling, like every number that is less than 5, return that number and save the numbers into this particular variable. Okay, so the condition, the elements that will be satisfied by this condition, only those elements will be returned. Okay, we save it and let's see what is the result. Okay, so 2 and 4. Okay, so here you can see 2 and 4 is less than 5, so only these two elements are satisfied with this condition over here. Okay, so only these two elements are returned. Okay, suppose I will increase it to 8. Okay, let's see what is the result. So here you can see 2 4 5 6 7 means 2 4 5 6 7 is less than this given condition. Okay, sorry, it satisfies the given condition, so it is returning these 5 values. Okay, so you can like use the filter method. So suppose you want to give some condition and you want to loop through every array element satisfying the condition. Okay, so you can use the filter method. Much more use of like filter method is not so much used in comparison to map method. Map method is like more used. Okay, So here I will now use an arrow function over here. Okay, so I'll remove this filter. I'll take an empty parenthesis over here and we'll do this. We'll copy this. We'll use this approach. So we are using this approach now. Okay, so let's see if it satisfies the condition or not. Okay, so it is giving the same result. So we are using the arrow function over here. Okay, now we'll shorten the code. Okay, let's omit all these curly braces there, parentheses. Now, sorry, here I will remove. Okay, so this, just a minute. So only this much code you have to write using the filter method. Okay, so to satisfy the condition if the number is less than 8 or not. Okay, so you can use the map and filter according to your requirement. Okay, now we'll move forward to our next function. Okay, that is find method. Okay, sorry, so find method. Okay, so sorry, find method. Okay, so it is similar to filter method. Okay, the main difference is here you can see we are getting these much values. Okay, but in find method it will give the next satisfying condition, means the next element that is satisfied by that condition. Okay, suppose here you can see suppose I will use find over here. Okay, so here what I will do is I will use num1 dot find. Okay, so number should be less than 8 and you will see only one value over here, that is 2. Okay, because like it gives the first value that satisfies that condition. Okay, only one value, only the first value that satisfies the given condition. Okay, so here I've suppose I'll undo it. Okay, to take another example, we'll take this num variable. Num, what I'll do is I'll just output over here. I'll take another num equals to, then I'll use num dot find. Okay, here you can see num dot find. Okay, so I'll use arrow function because it is easy. So I will use a parenthesis here. Now we'll provide an argument that will loop through all the array elements. Okay, so I will use a number over here. We'll provide an arrow function over here. Okay, so it will loop through every array element. Suppose this number is looping through every array element, and what we are giving is we are giving the condition. Okay, means suppose number should be greater than 4. Okay, so numbers should be greater than 4. So which number is greater than 4? 5, 6, 7, 8. So only the first value will be taken, that is 5. Okay, this is the first value that satisfies the condition over here. Okay, so let's just save it. Okay, and let's see what is the result. Just a minute, something is wrong over here. Okay, so why it is coming undefined here? Because we have taken this array over here. Okay, and no number is greater than 4. Okay, so it is, sorry, this number is not able to satisfy that condition. Okay, so it is giving in undefined, means there is no number, okay, greater than this 4 over here. Okay, so we'll change the array, we'll take num1. Now we'll save it. Okay, we'll refresh it. So it is giving 5 because the first number that satisfies the condition is 5 over here. Okay, in the previous case what is happening was when we are looping through this array, okay, means this number over here is looping through every array element. So all the array elements are smaller than 4. Okay, so no number is greater than 4. Okay, so it don't it was not able to search for that greater than 4 sign. Okay, so no elements are present, so it is giving undefined. Okay, next method is find index of. Means here what it is doing, here it is finding the number that satisfies the condition. Okay, it finds the next number that satisfies the condition. Here when we use find index, what it will do is it will give the index position in which that number is present, means in which the 5 is present. Okay, means the given condition. Okay, the number that is means the condition, if the condition is satisfied. Okay, if the condition is satisfied, the next value that is satisfied, the index of that position it will give. Okay, suppose I will here, when we remove this find index, okay, we'll save it, we'll refresh it, so it is giving 5. Okay, what find index will do, it will give the index of this particular 5. Okay, at what index position the 5 is in this required array. Okay, you save it, refresh it, so it is at the second index position. So you can see it is at the second index position, 0 1 2. Okay, so it is at the second index position. So we use the find method to like take out the array, means take out the element that satisfies the given condition, and we use the find index method to take out the index of that particular element that satisfies the condition. Okay, now next method is index of. Okay, so index of, like, what it does is, suppose I take another variable, another array over here. Okay, suppose I take another array. Suppose I'll take fruits. Okay, earlier we have taken the fruits array. Okay, so here suppose I'll take cars only. Okay, I'll take cars array over here. So I've taken a cars array over here. Okay, we'll just comment these out over here. So we'll paste below this. Okay, so what we'll study is, we'll study index of method and last index of. Okay, okay, so here what it will do is, we want to like know the value of this fold. Okay, so how can we take out the position of this fold? Okay, so JavaScript has provided us the index of method over here. Okay, suppose I will take txt, we'll save the result in this txt over here, and we'll use cars dot index of. Here you can see index of, and now if you have to search for this index position, for index position, and here you can mention that particular element. Okay, so here I want to search for this index position. Okay, and have saved this result into this txt. Okay, I'll change it to txt over here. I will remove this over here, and we'll save it. Now we'll see it is coming 1. Okay, so it is returning as the position of this Ford, that is 1, okay, 0 and 1, okay. Suppose here what it is telling us, that index of this particular element, okay, that is this particular element over here, what is the index of this particular position, okay. Suppose here we are taking another Ford and another Ford, okay. So how it will know which Ford it will take, okay. Now let's save. So it will give us the first satisfied value, okay. So it will search from left, and when the first search comes, okay, when the search, this Ford search comes, like satisfies the condition, it will return the index, okay. So here you can see we have one more method, that is last index of. So it is the opposite of index of, okay. So index of takes the first satisfied condition, the last index of takes the last satisfied condition, means it will search till end, and the last searched element will be, it will return the index of the last searched position, okay, the last searched element, sorry, okay. Suppose here we will use the last index of, okay. So we are using the last index of, means we are searching till end, and the last value we want to return that particular index position, okay, the last Ford index position. So we'll save it, and let's check what is the position. So it is coming 4, okay. Now let's check our last Ford position, okay, 0 1 2 3 4, okay. So it is giving us this Ford, means this last Ford over here, okay. So this last index of, what it is doing here, it is giving us the last index position of the last array element, okay. And the index of what is it does is, it gives the first search position of the array element, okay. So index of is opposite to last index of, okay. So our array methods are over, okay. So these are all we have covered, these are all array methods and properties, okay. So you have to keep in mind all the array methods and properties, okay. So all are important, all are usable, okay. So you have to practice a lot, okay. So many, like I will tell you commonly used methods and properties, okay. So here from where we are covering, so array methods, okay. So here you can see this push join, okay, this toString join method, push and pop, okay. So these are commonly used, slice, okay, concat, okay. These are commonly used, okay. Here map is commonly used, index of is commonly used, okay. So these are commonly used methods of array, okay. Now we will go to our next topic. How can we display a date, okay, like this date over here, okay, means the normal date, okay. So we'll, for that we'll make another, just a minute, make another file, index6.js. So now we'll cover dates, okay. So how can we write a date, okay. So we can write a date like normal 22nd of October or whatever, 2020, okay. So this is not the correct method over here, okay. So we want our date to be like coming from a particular form, to be coming from a particular place or in a particular format. Okay, so how can we do that? What we'll do here is, we'll suppose we want to output our date. Okay, so we'll use document dot get element by id, and we'll use the para dot inner html. Okay, now we'll have to remove the link, we have to change it. Now what we'll do here is, we want to output the date. Okay, so how can we output the date? So with the help of new keyword. Okay, so here with the help of new keyword, a date method is coming. Okay, new date. So in this way we can initialize our date. Okay, let's save it and see what is coming. Okay, so it is giving us the whole format of that particular day. Okay, means 8 October 2020 15 time. Here it is giving us the time. Okay, in this GMT. Okay, so this is the default format of date in JavaScript. Okay, so this date takes 7 parameters. Okay, here you can see what we have is, we have the day, month, sorry, yes, day, month, date, year, time, means the hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Okay, so these all parameters it is taking. Okay, so first we'll write year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Okay, so these are all the parameters that this date is taking. Okay, so now we can pass manually. Okay, so we can pass these parameters manually in order to output the particular date. Okay, so what we'll do here is, we'll just copy it, we'll remove this, and we'll give, suppose we'll give 2020. Okay, date is, suppose like the month is, suppose October. Okay, so I'll give, suppose 10. Okay, now it is asking us the day. Okay, so I will take 1. Now it is asking about month, day, hours. Okay, so it is asking about hours, so I will use 10. Next is minutes, so I will take 45. Then it will ask about seconds, 56, and then milliseconds, suppose 8. Okay, so these 7 parameters we are providing into this date. Now let's see what is the result. Okay, let's refresh it. So it is giving us the like 10, 1, October, November, December. So here you will notice one thing. Okay, we have provided the month, 10th month, that is October. Okay, but here it is coming November. Why? Because its position index starts from 0. Okay, so 0 is January, 1 is February, 2 is March, 3 is April. Okay, so the counting starts from 0, not from 1. Okay, so the 10th month is November, not October. Okay, so like this we can manually enter the enter the parameters over here, the date and the month. Okay, all these parameters. Now we want, like, we'll remove, suppose we want to remove these milliseconds, these seconds. Okay, suppose I will just use hours. Okay, till hours. Okay, so year, month, day and hours. Okay, so we are providing these four parameters over here. Now we'll check what is the result. Okay, so you can see only it is taking till 10. Okay, so here you can see 10, and after that all things are coming 0 because we haven't provided any parameter after that. Okay, so it is taking the default. 0 is the default, like default number. Okay, suppose we will remove two more things over here. Okay, so we are providing year and month. Okay, let's see. So we are providing only the year, means this particular November and this particular 2020. Okay, so it is taking by default this Sunday over here. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll remove all the, we'll just input this parameter over this value, year value. Okay, let's see what is the result. So you can see our every, like our output has completely changed. Okay, so here when we are providing the 10th month and the year 2020, the output was correct. Okay, so November, it is taking by default. Okay, these all are taking by default. Okay, so when we are removing this particular month over here, you can see the change. The output has completely changed over here. Okay, so why it is happening? So here when we provide one parameter, this date, consider it as milliseconds. Okay, by default if you provide only one parameter, this date method will consider it as milliseconds. Okay, so it is considering 2020 as milliseconds. Okay, so here you can see this is the millisecond. Okay, suppose here I will give 0.5. Okay, let's see what is the result. You can see the change here. Just a minute. Oh, sorry. Over here, 0.5. Okay, so this is the millisecond over here. So when you are giving only one parameter, so it will consider that parameter as milliseconds. Okay, always if you want to give an year or a month, always give two parameters, year and month. Okay, don't give only one parameter, it will consider it as milliseconds. Now we'll know about our date methods. Okay, so date provides us some of the methods. Okay, so by default this here new date, this is converted to, when we output the result, it is converted to a string. Okay, suppose here will not give anything. Okay, suppose what I do here is just copy it, and here I will change it to para 1, and here I will give new date dot to string. Okay, so see the difference. Okay, new dates, see here you can see I am not using the toString, and here I am using the toString. Okay, so what the date, this new date provides us, it converts by default into toString. Okay, so you can see no difference in onto these two outputs. Okay, because when we are writing this new date, it automatically, the JavaScript automatically formats it into toString. Okay, this date is converted into a string. Okay, so if we want to change the format, we can use another methods over here. Okay, so first method is, suppose here I will use to, so to UTC string. Okay, this is the first method over here. Okay, so we'll copy it, we'll paste over here. Okay, so notice the difference. Okay, we'll refresh it. So you can see this is the UTC format of the date. Okay, and this is the normal toString format. Okay, so by default we don't have to mention the toString. JavaScript or the date automatically resolves the output into toString. Okay, but to other methods, like to convert it into to UTC format, we have to provide this to UTC string method. Okay, now one more method is there, that is to date string. Okay, we'll just copy it and paste over here, and let's see what is the result. Okay, so you can see the difference. Okay, so it is only giving us the day, date, year and the month. Okay, so this is the to date string format. Okay, now comes the third, that is to ISO string. Okay, this is the third method. Okay, so I will just copy it and paste over here. Okay, now you can see this is the ISO format of the date over here. Okay, so these are the three methods to which we can convert the dates. Okay, toString is by default. Okay, so you don't have to write toString. Okay, it converts automatically. Okay, so in this way we can write our date. Only you have to use the new keyword and the date method over here. Okay, if you want to convert suppose in to date string, so just use that method after this new date. Okay, so these are the three methods that this date is providing. Okay, so there are three formats. Okay, date formats. One is, we'll just ISO date format. Okay, so this ISO date format, first is ISO date format, second is short date format, third is long date format. Okay, so these are the three formats. Like suppose here you can see this is the ISO date format. Okay, so inside this we can sorry, we can use these three formats. If we want to use our short date format, you can use the short date format. Okay, so how can we write that format? Okay, so if you want to use the ISO date format, okay, means complete date. So here we'll give inside curly brace, sorry, inside empty string, inverted quotes will provide that particular. So first we'll write our year, then our day, then our, sorry, then our month, then our day. Okay, so like this you can provide our formats. Okay, ISO formats, so you can manually pass the arguments over here. Okay, so let's save it. Here we'll comment out this, save it, let's see what is the result. So you can see manually you have given only the date, month and, sorry, yes, the date, the month and the year. Okay, so you are providing only three things. Okay, So you are providing in this format and the output is like this in this format over here. Okay, so this is the ISO format. Okay, so you can write like this also. You can write here, suppose I will give only the date. Okay, month and year. Okay, let's see what is the result. So you can see only the month and the year is coming. This is by default, this is by default, this is by default. Okay, so you can also give here, you can also give only the year. Okay, in the previous case we, like here, we can only provide a year, but in the previous cases we can't provide a year. Okay, like this inside the quotes we can provide the year. Okay, so various formats are there. Okay, so you can, like suppose we'll use our long date format. Okay, so our long date formats are written like this. We'll cut and paste. Okay, so we'll use, first we'll write our we'll provide a month over here, suppose it's October, then we'll provide a date and then the month over here. Okay, like this. Okay, so here we'll just comment this out. Okay, so we are providing the October, this month over here, this date and the year. Now we'll see, this is the long date format. Okay, actually we'll write our comment out long date format. Okay, this is our long date format. Okay, so this is our long date format. We'll see. Okay, so it is taking October 12 and 2020. Okay, so it is our long date format. So you can also reverse the order. Okay, so you can use 12 first, October at the second. It will give us the same output. Okay, so here you can use this approach, this long format approach, or you can also use the short format. Okay, short date format. So I will write short date format. Okay, so I'll copy this over here, just paste this, and we'll comment out this first. In the short format, what you have to do is you just have to mention the month in the numerical form. Okay, so here suppose I want to write the October month. Okay, so the 10th month, then we'll provide a date over here, suppose 20, then we'll provide the year. Okay, 2020. So here you can see we have to write, in here we have to provide the month in alphabetically, here we have to provide the month, we can provide the month numerically. Okay, so we'll save it. Now you can see the date has changed, the 20 October 2020. Okay, so here you can see this is the short date format. Okay, so you can either use the long date format or use the short date format. Here in short date format, note one thing, it will, here when we output this result, it is coming correctly. Okay, but in some browsers this will provide a different result, means it will some, in some browsers it will come undefined, some browsers it will come nan, means not a number. Okay, so this short date format is not preferable. Okay, suppose here what I will do is, suppose I will I will give 8. Okay, so when we the preferable way of doing this, it is like this. Okay, 0 it will take in this browser, suppose. Okay, so it is taking the August, means the 8th month. Okay, so in some browsers it will, suppose I will give it like this. Okay, let's check whether, so it is supporting this. Okay, but in some browsers, if we omit this 0 over here, it will produce undesired results. Okay, in some browser it will come undefined, in some it will come NaN, means not a number. Okay, so you can use like this new date format. Okay, only this new date format. Okay, like this, or you can use the long date format like this. Okay, in some browsers the error comes, but here it is not coming. Okay, so I will not able to show you. Okay, what is the error message. Okay, now we'll know more of the date methods, means the methods that our this date is providing. Okay, so suppose like here in our output, here you can see this is the particular day, this is the month, this is the date, this is the year. Okay, suppose we want to like get only this particular month over here. Okay, so how can we do that? Okay, so this date, like this date is has been provided, this date has provided various methods to fetch out the particular suppose day, date, month or year. Okay, so we can use that method to fetch out the particular like particular number, means like I will show you. Okay, suppose here what I'll do is I want to fetch, suppose get uh, full year. Okay, suppose I'll use get full year. Okay, so let's see what is the result. So you can see our year is extracted from that particular date. Okay, so using this get full year, you can extract out the date. Another is month. Okay, get month. So we'll save it. Now you can see we have fetched out the date, means the month, that is the ninth month. Okay, so ninth month means the actual is 10th month, because it is starting from 0, so it is like its index position is 9. Okay, but the in normal ways counting, the index starts, the position starts from 1. Okay, so in that case the 10th month is ninth index position. Okay, now the next is get date. Okay, so we'll fetch out the date over here, so it is coming 8. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll, in order to, we'll just comment out this. Now what we'll do is we'll do like this. Okay, so here we have extracted this from here. Okay, this 8 date. Okay, earlier we have extracted out the month, that is October, so here the output was coming 9. Okay, that is the 10th month. Okay, so we have extracted the date from this from this output over here. Okay, suppose we want to use extract the hours. Okay, so get hours over here, we'll use get hours. So here you can see the 16 means 4 in the Indian format. Okay, so it is coming 16. Okay, now we want to extract the minutes, the get minutes. Okay, so it is coming 14. Okay, so we are extracting the minutes over here. So like this we have been provided with the several methods: get seconds, get milliseconds, okay, get time, okay. So here you can see the seconds is coming, okay. Suppose we want to extract the time over here. So get time. So you can see the whole time is coming, okay. This whole time is coming, okay. You will not understand because it is in another format, okay. It is giving us in milliseconds, okay. So these are some of the methods that our date is providing us, okay. So these are some of the methods actually to fetch out the particular date or month or year, okay. So you, by using this you can like extract the particular like particular month or date or year from this date format, okay. So for today I will end this lecture here only, okay.